In Texas, a fleet of robots just finished building the world's largest 3D printed neighborhood. The housing crisis might finally have a solution. A giant arm moves in slow, sure arcs. It lays down a precise ribbon of wet concrete. Layer after layer, a wall rises from the earth. The arm does not tire. It does not hurry. It repeats the same calm, deliberate motion. The familiar noise of drills and hammers fades into the background. The air is filled with a low, steady hum. This big, robotic arm is called the Vulcan. It is the heart of a new kind of building. It is the architect of the houses at Wolf Ranch. This is Georgetown, Texas, today in 2026. A revolution is taking place in the dust. It is quiet. It is methodical. It is happening one concrete layer at a time. It is building homes where people will live, laugh, and dream. Wolf Ranch is the name of this new frontier. It is a sprawling community near Austin, Texas. The project is a bold collaboration, led by Icon, with Lena bringing scale and Big Bjarke Ingels Group co-designing the homes. We called this neighborhood the Genesis Collection. The name felt right. It marks the beginning of something new. The plan was ambitious, 100 homes. This was not a small experiment, a full-fledged community. By early 2026, progress was undeniable. Icon had printed complete wall systems for 98 of 100 homes. The work was astonishingly fast, walls that take weeks or months compressed into days. The vision, homes built differently and lived differently, using 3D printing freedom to design more human-centric spaces. Robots can print curves and straight lines. That enabled flowing organic layouts. The walls have a signature look. Fine, ribbed layers. At first unfamiliar, over time honest, and natural. This project converges cutting-edge robotics, sustainable practices, and forward-thinking design, built faster with greater resilience. Wolf Ranch is a living laboratory, a massive proof of concept happening now. At the core of this revolution are two key innovations. The first is the Vulcan printer itself. Think of it as a giant mobile gantry system. It measures over 46 feet wide and moves along rails to cover the entire footprint of a house. Its robotic arm moves with incredible precision in 3 dimensions, operating with minimal human supervision. A small team sets up and oversees printing. It can build the shell of a home up to 3,000 square feet. The machine does the heavy, repetitive work. The second innovation is the material, a proprietary mix called Lavacrete. Regular concrete is either too wet and slumps, or too dry and clogs. Lavacrete flows smoothly, but sets quickly, each thin band strong enough to support the next. Walls grow quickly, like rings of a tree or layers of a geological formation. The digital design is fed to the printer. The Vulcan begins its slow, methodical dance. It extrudes Lavacrete in a continuous bead, tracing the walls, round and round from the ground up. The shell can be printed in about 2 weeks. After the robot is done, crews add the roof, the windows, the doors, and all interior finishes. The look of these houses is a direct result of the process. The technology does not just change how we build, it changes what we can build. Traditional construction favors straight lines and right angles, easier with lumber and drywall. But a robot does not care if a line is straight or curved. The Vulcan can create flowing organic forms just as easily as a simple box. The rib texture is a perfect example. Horizontal lines as the visual record of printing, each rib a single pass. Instead of hiding this texture, we celebrate it. The ribs casting beautiful light and shadow, giving depth and character. The texture is digital craftsmanship, an honest expression of how it was made, the fingerprint of the machine. This freedom from the straight line lets us design homes that feel natural and welcoming, warm and enveloping, thick, curved walls that feel carved from the earth. Spaces that feel both modern and timeless, calm and serene. Gentle curves guiding you through a connected home. The Lavacrete walls are strong and durable, resistant to fire, mold and pests, built to withstand extreme weather and high winds. Lower maintenance, peace of mind, and a more sustainable way to live. Well, you know, it is a new chapter in how we make home. Just as Wolf Ranch neared completion, the technology took another giant leap forward. 2026 brought Icon's next-generation printers. These machines are not just incremental. Titan, Phoenix, lessons from the first 100 homes are already shaping more capable systems. This is how progress accelerates. Titan responds to first-generation limits. While Vulcan focused on single-story, Titan can print up to 27 feet high, unlocking multi-story buildings. Suddenly, it's not just for single-family homes, apartments, townhouses, small commercial projects. This dramatically expands impact for our city's housing crises. Phoenix pushes further, an all-in-one system introducing the capability to print an entire building enclosure, including foundations and parts of the roof structure. Icon states Phoenix cuts printing costs by half. Rapid mobilization means efficient movement between sites, even on challenging terrain. Imagine a fleet dispatched for disaster relief, or moving lot to lot in cities, building small apartments where needed most. Mobility is key to scale. The impact is not just in the private market. In January 2026, the US Army awarded Icon a major production contract worth $62.8 million for 10 new barracks at Fort Bliss, Texas. It is the largest deployment of robotic construction technology for the Department of Defense to date. Traditional barracks can take years. Icon will deliver 10 fully compliant barracks in just 6 months. Building for the military means strict standards, code compliance, safety, durability, and functionality. Meeting these requirements proves a mature, reliable method, silencing doubts about structural integrity or quality. If it is strong enough for the US Army, it is strong enough for anyone. This is a signpost for the future. Large institutions ready to adopt robotic construction, high quality, quickly, with fewer people on site. The Army's endorsement signals a shift. 3D printing moving from the realm of experimentation to serious, large-scale implementation. Beyond the technology and the contracts, the most important story at Wolf Ranch is about people. These printed structures are not just shells. They have become homes. New owners move in, arranging furniture against curved walls. Children running across polished floors. Families gathering on shaded porches. Residents talk about how the houses feel, drawn to the unique aesthetic, the modern look, the clean lines. They appreciate how light plays on the ribbed walls. For them, the home is a piece of art they live in. Others focus on the quietness of thick walls, low energy bills from thermal mass, and a sense of security, built to last. The rib texture is a point of conversation and pride, a visible reminder of the process, a story they share. Design choices with Icon and Lenar create character. Functional, joyful, inspiring spaces. People are buying and living in these homes. Success is measured not by printer speed, but by happiness. The goal? Use robots to build better lives. The rise of robotic construction is reshaping construction work. The traditional site is organized chaos. Dozens of trades must be coordinated. 3D printing introduces a new rhythm, simplifying early stages into one continuous step. When the shell is complete, other trades move in to finish. On-site wall printing cuts truck traffic. No big deliveries of bricks, blocks, or structural lumber. That means less noise, less pollution, less neighborhood disruption, and far less material waste. The printer uses only what is needed, producing a cleaner, more sustainable site. Labor demand shifts. Jobs do not disappear, they evolve. Skilled technicians program, maintain, and operate printers. Material scientists improve mixes. Digital designers craft robotic blueprints. Roles become more technical, less physically demanding. This is a fundamental transformation that can relieve labor shortages. The goal is augmentation, not replacement. The robot lifts. Humans craft the details that make a house a home. So, we must ask the big question. Is Wolf Ranch just a fascinating gimmick? A high-tech novelty that stays niche? Or is this a true Model T moment for housing? The Model T was not the first car. It was the first affordable, reliable car, produced at massive scale. It changed everything. For 3D printed housing to match that impact, the tech must become faster, cheaper, more accessible, and deployable across many sites. Dense urban lots and remote rural areas, different climates and local materials. Cost savings must be significant and consistent. The whole process, from permitting to final inspection, must fit the system. The signs are promising. Vulcan, Titan, Phoenix, printing multi-story, a US Army contract, Lennar investing in 100 homes, people living in them. That is the ultimate proof. There are limits. Robots excel at repetitive structural printing, but skilled crews still install roofs, windows, plumbing, electrical. Equipment costs are substantial. Codes must catch up. Decades-long performance is still emerging. The revolution is underway, but not complete yet. In the end, the story of Wolf Ranch is still in its early chapters. These first 100 homes are pioneers. They are teaching us invaluable lessons, showing us what works and where we need to improve. Some ideas will evolve, some will be replaced by better ones. But this project proves something fundamental. We can use robots to build beautiful, high-quality homes for real people, right now, at the scale of a neighborhood. Faster construction can help alleviate housing shortages. Lower waste means a gentler footprint. New forms enable more diverse human-centric neighborhoods. In disasters, fleets could rapidly rebuild communities. These are not futuristic fantasies. They are tangible benefits within reach. The question is not just about machines, it is about our choices. Will developers and city planners embrace this? Will we update codes and train the next generation? If we choose well, 3D printing moves from novelty to a standard tool. That is when the true Model T moment arrives. For now, walk in Wolf Ranch. See the elegant curves, hear a living community. Think of the quiet machines that poured layer after layer until a neighborhood rose from the Texas dust. This is the work of our time, a story of human ingenuity and technological progress that asks us to imagine and then to build what comes next.